Flag will be dropped. And the flag is dropped, and they're off and running in the Backstretch magazine and Bluefin Tuna 1 1/4 mile flat race. The horses are under tight restraint by the jockeys right now. And we see that Cario Express is being sent to the lead. And on the inside, a length and a half back, is the Wild Irishman. And our most experienced amateur rider, Colvin Ryan, is taking his 3-year-old novice to the back of the pack to follow these three. Cario Express is on the lead and galloping well. And we see Louise Collinson coming up on better terms with the Wild Irishman. And Personal List has them right in view, and he'll not let them get away. There's Cario Express on the lead going around the first turn, and we'll see how these horses negotiate this. They're running out just a little bit, but they're back around the bend. They have about 7 furlongs to go now, and Cario Express is carrying the mail on the front end, and 3 lengths back, and second is the Wild Irishman, and Personal List is third.
Ted Thompson.
We understand that Ted Thompson is substituting for Colvin Ryan today, and we appreciate him substituting for Colvin. On the front end, meantime, the Wild Irishman is making a move on the inside, and and there's Cario Express in the middle carrying the mail. And Ted Thompson has Personal List poised on the outside, and Louise Collinson has the Wild Irishman on the inside. And letting out another notch on Cario Express is Katie Fitzpatrick, and the 8-year-old thoroughbred gelding is showing a lot of power and strength as he crosses under the finish line, 12 lengths to the head of a no. And the flag is up. And they're off and running. In the Brown Forman race, and that's no wonder. That's breaking out to a 2-length lead, and under heavy restraint is Eloy's Halo at the first jump, and they're all over safely. Going right up to the lead now is Eloy's Halo, is no wonder, is tucked in behind, 2 lengths right behind as well. And they're on the back stretch. Eloy's Halo leads over the finish line jump. And Sultry Gate, tucked in on the inside, has moved up to second place. Then that's Viking Reunion in third, 5 lengths off the leader. On the inside now is Solid as a Rock, 7 lengths off the lead. And then we see No Wonder in 5th, and Brace is in 6th at the moment, and Name That Star tucked in 7th behind the field. The big striding gray horse lost its rider on the turn, and just as at Tryon Blockhouse races a month ago, Eloy's Halo is loose on his own, and taking on the lead right now is No Wonder. Sultry Gate rather on the lead, and Sultry Gate is tagging along right there with Viking Reunion in second, and in third place and up and over is Sultry Gate. Viking Reunion picks up the fray, and No Wonder is making a thread on the inside back in third, but it looks like Sultry Gate has the strength and courage as they come to the last, and over and safely down, and picks up the speed, and we see Viking Reunion loses his rider. And there's Sultry Gate finishing unofficially first, and that's No Wonder second, and Solid as a Rock third.
Oh boy, old Ted. Hanging way out, isn't he? Better go wide on that corner. There's a slick spot in there.
Got it? Got it? Where is it? Yeah. Let me in here. Check. Test. We'll pick up the race now. We've got sound. They had it for a second. Check. 1, 2. We do have sound again, and Anitra's Dance on the lead. To Swiftwater. Up they come now, and the field has passed the mare, and Swiftwater has taken the lead and is galloping strongly on. Anitra's Dance maintains second over Java to Go, but Java to Go now is making a powerful move, and the early leader is going to finish fourth, it appears, fading as Swiftwater maintains a strong gallop to the finish. And Java to Go will pick up second place, and Done in Silence will be third. In a very unusual race.
Apparently the light late. Oh yeah, well.
The flag is up.
I remember her. You guys are making me. When they had the
and they're off.
Was over at the where the shopping center is.
Yeah.
And an early lead for Foolish Pole going to the first jump and over very safely. We have a rider down now as Boomy lost the rider at the first fence. Maintaining a lead now and under heavy restraint is Foolish Pole. And the loose horse is There's Rivero on the inside and is the leader, but right alongside is Foolish Pole in second. And Vienna Lure is moved up into third place. And in fifth is Emancipate. And Proud Peace is right there in fourth. Here's Foolish Pole now going at a nice racing gallop. And Rivero right behind, 5 lengths in second. Vienna Lure is in third, and then Proud Peace in fourth. Emancipate is in fifth, just 9 lengths off the lead. And Never on Tap is in sixth. And Fast Steppin' Man is in seventh. Still going at a nice racing gallop is our leader, Foolish Pole. And he has 5 lengths on Vienna Lure, as Vienna Lure is picking up the pace to get on even terms with the leader. And Proud Peace maintains the third spot right on the hip of Vienna. Turning for home now, and they'll have 2 more fences to jump. And the last we saw, Foolish Pole had a diminishing lead. And Vienna Lure on the inside rail is now picking up the pace and showing his heels to Foolish Pole. And Proud Peace maintains third as they are a distance in front of the field. On to the finish line is Bien Allure, and he will be the unofficial winner with a distance of 4 lengths over Foolish Pole, the early leader, and then another 5 lengths back to Proud Peace. And Emancipate will finish 4th.
Lewis is rider in the first. Okay. We're waiting for official results.
Mike.
The flag is up, and they're off and running. And bolting out to a quick lead there is Silviculus. And now the jockey has his under control again. There's Splashdown on the outside in second, and Construe moves up to be second now with Silviculus third. And we see Chris Kringle sitting in fourth, very quietly and calmly. Boca Paila, the Grays are at the back. And the field is very tightly grouped as they go in, and Silviculus lands first with Snoqualmie on his outside, and Snoqualmie is the leader over the bridge crossing. Snoqualmie is leading up to the jump, and Splashdown right beside him. Silviculus is in third. And Chris Kringle still in fourth, Construe in fifth, Boca Paila is sixth and seventh. And going along very carefully around this tight turn is Pelagos. Meanwhile, up on the front end, there's that Seattle Sleuth Son who ran a dynamite race at Tryon, and we have lost Silviculus on that turn. Jumping very tidily there and right back down on the ground is Snoqualmie. The gray Boca Paila has made a major move to be right on his hip. Chris Kringle is in third, 3 lengths behind. And you'll see them come up from behind the trees very quickly, and Snoqualmie is showing his skill, and Chris Kringle is taking the measure of him as they cross the bridge crossing. Construe is making a real strong run as well, but Snoqualmie and Chris Kringle are the ones at the front, and Chris Kringle has now opened up a 5-length lead, and Snoqualmie has found wanting at the last end of the race as Chris Kringle found that extra burst of energy between the last and the finish line. off. And Hotted Up takes an early lead, but then moving right past him is Mr. Jumps. Going to the first jump, it will be Mr. Jumps leading the way. And Fantastic Bird is right on his hip. Fantastic Bird jumps over and takes the lead from Mr. Jumps. Cora Mondell and Hotted Up are about 10 lengths off the lead and running side by side, third and fourth. Fantastic Bird has a 5-length lead as they cross the river. Personal as they jump the timber jump right next to the finish line, and you'll be able to almost reach out and touch Fantastic Bird as he leads to the second bridge crossing. And they're all going over the bridge much better this time. They do not see it as an obstacle. And right in front of the jumps and going over very tightly is Fantastic Bird. Now coming up and putting a little heat on is Mr. Jumps, and watch this, they'll have pressure on him to jump well, and you saw one of the horses on the lead snatch up in a quick short stride and get over the jumps in good order. Mr. Jumps now putting a little pressure on Fantastic Bird, but Fantastic Bird just floating freely out on the front end as the rider has him well in control. 5 lengths separate the top two, and Cora Mondell going along quietly in third place, about 15 lengths off the lead, and Hotted Up tracking them too. Well, they've been under this finish line, and they'll have to do it 2 more times. So there's plenty of opportunity to sit like one rider. £65, which is quite an impulse for any horse to carry for a 3-mile distance. Mr. Jumps moving up on the inside again, putting a little bit of pressure on Fantastic Bird. And standing well back from that jump was Fantastic Bird, and gained about a length. And now they're right in front of you again to show their jumping skills, and how beautiful. Mr. Jumps can do it just as well as Fantastic Bird. Now they're cruising around that far end, and if they've got anything left in the tank, you'll be seeing it over on the opposite side of the course. And you notice that Mr. Jumps has made his statement, and it looks like we have a somewhat tiring Fantastic Bird But Fantastic Bird has picked it up now as Mr. Jumps has the lead, and a little bit sticky jump for Mr. Jumps allowed Fantastic Bird to get up within 4 lengths. Coromandel now is running on down the hill. He seems to like this downhill run very, very well. And do 3 full miles. Here they come up the straight. And it looks like Mr. Jumps has some gas in the tank, but he still has to jump one more time. The test is met in good order as Mr. Jumps now picks him up and puts him down, and the nose will cross the finish line first. And a wonderfully moving horse still galloping in that great ground-eating stride. And Fantastic Bird, a great account for himself in the timber race, and Coromandel finishes unofficially 3rd.